Hey, good Thursday to you. It's time once again for RFD Illinois. I'm DeLawis Yonke.
I'm Rita Frazier. You know, we've talked the last, week or so about your Sunday school memories, some other church memories, and you and I were chatting yesterday about sunrise service on Easter Sunday. Mm-hmm. And I was telling you at Otterville Baptist Church growing up, it was sunrise service. If you were lucky enough to go to sunrise service, then you were able to eat Jane Wadlow's biscuits and gravy between services.
That'll get you up. So you had to
going.
So you didn't come in later for that, or did you have to go to sunrise?
Sunrise service, then breakfast, then the other service.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
or
sunrise,
Sunday school, then service.
Then the church service.
Yeah. So luckily, I had my sister Kathy. I won't say she drug us to church, but she was always there to take me to church.
Yes. Biscuits and gravy.
I mean.
Resurrection.
Biscuits and
gravy.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good combination.
It's a good combo. And you said you had to go to the neighboring church for sunrise service?
Well, in my one-room church, the youth was my sister and I. So, and at the other church, there might have been one or two. So we actually went to the Methodist folks in town and did things with him. There was eggs and there was sausage, but I don't remember biscuits and gravy as part of those morning things.
There you go.
Should be a great sunrise, though, Sunday, but the weather looks for this
exciting.
Easter. Plenty to come here on a Thursday, RFD, Illinois.
Farm Week and FarmWeekNow.com journalist Kay Shipman connects rural routes for you. For 3 decades, Kay has delivered important news. She covers everything from legislative issues to the latest in soil and water conservation. Here's a bit about her rural roots.
I love covering so many aspects of agriculture and providing readers with the facts they need to make better decisions. I also get to work with farmers and meet new people along the way.
Be it routes or roots, RFD Radio, FarmWeekNow.com, and Farm Week keep you connected.
Farm, family, food. Those 3 words best describe Illinois Farm Bureau. Farm. For 100 years, Farm Bureau in Illinois has represented and served the men and women who make Illinois one of the top food-producing states. Family. At the heart of rural Illinois are traditional farm families who work together through Illinois Farm Bureau. And food. Farm Bureau families are proud to grow the healthy food they provide their families and yours. Farm, family, food. The heart of Farm Bureau in Illinois.
Welcome back to RFD Illinois. I'm DeLawis Yonke. Yesterday, soybean market lost 8 to 9 cents. Tuesday, right around a dime. We're close to 20 cents a bushel in just the last 2 days. Not much support in the corn market either. Record amount of short positions in corn. Visited yesterday with Ben Cash at Bauer Trading. You'd like to see that spring rally start any time now, but not much evidence for it at the moment.
You know, the front end of the corn market is where the funds are heavily suppressed here. You got markets, you're looking at May 19 versus May 20 corn, you're at 50 cent carry in the corn market right now. So basically, you know, what that's telling us is the market still wants these corn acres. We still have, you know, a really big demand for corn for feed, ethanol, exports. So, you know, you're still flirting around those $4 levels for new crop corn. So that's just giving the farmer incentive to go ahead and keep the planter rolling. On the soybean side of things, obviously, we're dealing with one of the largest carryouts we've had in, you know, recent memory. Largest since I've worked here. I've been here for 10 years now. So this is the largest carryout we've dealt with in the soybean market since I've been here. And it's really been a tough go. Obviously, the one thing that's been keeping the soybean market afloat is the crush demand here in the U.S. Meal demand has been really good for livestock feed, and you know that's one thing that has kind of been the saving grace for the soybean market. And obviously, if we get this trade deal hammered out, things are going to be looking a lot brighter across farm country. But right now, it seems like it's exhausted by trade talk headlines here with nothing getting done.
Ben Cash, Bauer Trading. Then you throw in the 16 cents of losses in the wheat market on Tuesday. If the wheat market continues to lay low, what prospect does that have for corn?
For corn, you know, going forward here, obviously the USDA hasn't done us any favors for upside momentum to the market with these large carryouts. 2 billion bushel now is what we got to work through on old crop corn. You know, we're going to carry that into the new crop. So, you know, a lower acreage number will definitely help the corn market out. And I think, you know, we'll most likely see that, you know, that 92.7 million acres. That's the high end. I think, you know, we're going to be coming down from there on future reports. But going forward here, if we stay wet into the first part of May there, you definitely got to think the funds are going to start covering these shorts, and there is some substantial upside to these grain markets on the front end, especially if we continue with some wet weather.
Ben Cash at Bauer Trading, there's so much selling to be done. He says that could have an impact on the size and length of rallies this spring. And talking about trade deals, some optimism between the U.S. and Japan with talks this week and already expected to visit next week about trade details. But there's a roadblock to a future U.S.-UK trade deal. That roadblock is the U.S. Congress, as our Washington correspondent Matt Kay reports.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she's warned both parties in Parliament she will block any trade deal Britain seeks with the U.S. if it ends a seamless, invisible Irish border, weakening the U.S.-brokered Good Friday Accords that brought Irish peace. Speaking at the London School of Economics,
and to all of them, we made it clear, don't even think about that.
Pelosi called the Good Friday Accords a value for the U.S. and a model for the world. But hardline Brexiteers in Prime Minister Theresa May's party want a clean break from the EU that includes the Irish Republic and have defeated May's soft Brexit 3 times. At the American Farm Bureau, Veronica Nye says frictionless trade between the Irish Republic and Northern Ireland is key for the U.S.
The more that the EU and the UK can continue to operate as a single market with similar tariff profiles and, rules, the easier it is for the U.S. to trade with the UK.
The EU's given Britain an extension till Halloween to exit the European Union, but Nye says the longer it takes, the harder it is to do a U.S.-UK deal.
We want a smooth transition for the UK, I think as much as they do, because the longer it drags out, the more difficult it becomes. That will make them their appetite less for negotiating an agreement with anybody else.
But Nye predicts there won't likely be a conclusion to Brexit until the end of next year, and the U.S. will want to know what rules the UK's operating under before signing any deal with London. For the RFD Radio Network, Matt Kay on Capitol Hill.
Better news in meat markets, though. Dressed beef's at its highest level since May 18 of last year, and wholesale pork prices highest since late June of last year. Rita's up next on RFD, Illinois.
Are you preparing for planting season? We don't mean to be a pest, but here's a few things you need to know before you grow. The Illinois Department of Agriculture now requires special local needs labels, including new restrictions for the use of herbicide dicamba on top of soybeans in Illinois for the 2019 growing season. Did you know these additional restrictions go beyond federally approved labels? Remember, the label is the law. To find out more about these Illinois-specific labels, visit ilfb.org/label-aware.
Attention corn farmers. Your corn checkoff dollars are working with the U.S. Meat Export Federation to grow red meat export volumes. Because when we're exporting beef, we're also exporting corn. The beef industry consumes 28% of all corn fed to livestock, plus additional corn in the form of DDGs, a co-product of ethanol production. Now that's what we call working an angle. Your checkoff is working corn from all angles. Because of the Illinois Corn Marketing Board, your profitability is our bottom line. A message from the Illinois Corn Checkoff.
We're back here on RFD, Illinois. I'm Rita Frazier. Yesterday, checked in with Jason Webster, Ford County farmer, the commercial agronomist with Precision Planting. Jason has been on the ground working there in Pontiac at the Precision Planting Research Farm. Quite a farm there. We got an idea of how things were looking in Pontiac yesterday.
Well, it's nothing but bare dirt right now. We haven't been able to really turn a wheel due to the weather situation. We have been working on a water management program where we're digging a reservoir. We have been able to work on that throughout the winter months. I guess we started back in February, and we just completed the reservoir, and we've added a little bit of tile, but we haven't done any field work for the spring planting season as of yet.
Speaking of tile, it comes back to what a cool project you guys are working on. I saw your Twitter feed there last month. Bring us up to speed on that, and what are you hoping to learn there?
Yeah, drainage on our research farm has been a problem. We've got Interstate 55 on the west side of us, and then we've got the city of Pontiac on the east side of us. So finding an outlet for water to go has been an issue, and that's why there's not a whole lot of tile on the farm. So what we're doing is we're implementing a project where we're digging a reservoir to hold water. We're going to install tile to drain the farm, and we're going to drain that water into a man-made reservoir that we've built over the winter months here, and we're going to just hold that water with the hopes of recycling that water during the summer months, during the growing season. So if we turn off hot and dry, we'll have access to water where we can irrigate our crops. We'll have subsurface tile where we can backfeed the rainwater into the tile, and we'll have drip irrigation where we can irrigate that way. But the whole idea of recycling water is agronomically sound, it's environmentally sound, and I can't wait to invite growers from really across the world to come out and see this research farm and this project.
Yeah, that's cool. And then when you do, Mother Nature allows you to get in the fields. What else are you hoping to learn about this season?
Oh, gosh, we've got so many different trials that we're intending on planting at the research farm. Everything from planting mistakes, we take the planter to the field and we have improper downforce, improper singulation. We show folks what that problem looks like in the field, and we actually show folks what it costs us on a yield basis. We look at the economics. We say, okay, what is that? We know what the yield loss was. We look at the commodity price then, and we can actually come up with a cost per acre. So half the problem to finding a solution is just knowing you have a problem in the field. So we take a lot of time during the summer to take farmers throughout our trials. This isn't when we have field days, here's the neat part about it. We don't really have a certain script that we stick to. We've got certain plots that we take everybody to on a daily basis, but we literally have a conversation in the field with growers. So we're not doing the same thing every day. It all depends on who's coming to the farm, what they're interested in, and we all learn from it. I learn from the farmers coming out. Hopefully they learn from some of the things we've got on the farm, but it literally is different every single day depending on what everybody's interested in, and it is a lot of fun. It really is. Now,
you mentioned the farmer part of it. So Ford County Farm, what does that farm look like today? What are your thoughts?
We've got the equipment ready to roll. It's full of fuel. The planters are almost ready to be full of seed. We just can't roll. We've just been too wet. We got close a couple times, but we just haven't done anything. No weed and feed applications, nothing.
If you could leave us or the farmers listening with one sort of golden nugget for this season ahead, what would it be, Jason?
Oh, gosh, I'm battling with this myself. It's just being organized. I know guys are starting to worry a little bit about, not being in the field. But, boy, when the weather does turn right and we can get in the field, we got to be organized here. So it's knowing where all the seed's gonna go or where it needs to be, who's taking it there, the right herbicide programs, right nitrogen rates. Just being organized is my. I think that's one of the biggest things that we're going to have in a year where we could be a little bit crunched for time. Repairs, maintenance, we got to make sure that when we're able to roll, these things can run through the field. In some cases almost 24/7. So we got to make sure that all the maintenance is done. So if you're wet right now and you can't run, make sure that you're getting the maintenance done and reaching out to the folks on a technical basis that you need to talk to make sure that all of this equipment and technology is working right, because we don't want to be working on that when the weather's good and we should be rolling.
Always great to catch up with Jason Webster, Precision Planting. Yesterday in the Illinois Farm Bureau building, it was Trooper Tracy Day. Illinois State Trooper Tracy Lillard, as she brought attention to Distracted Driving Awareness Month. She's also their social media coordinator for the Illinois State Police. She sat down in studio with Katie Spangler.
State trooper. I'm in my 19th year. I also have a spouse who is a state trooper. He is a sergeant on midnights. I'm from a farm. He's from a farm. So we're born and raised farmers, and then we turn into police officers. The whole Trooper Tracy thing came about last year. I've been Trooper Tracy teaching in the classrooms and teaching driver's ed. And then I started a Facebook page within the state police under District 10, which was my area. From that, people just really started taking to my personal connection that I was making with people. Instead of being a robot, instead of being just a trooper that's barking orders, I turned the camera around and I started doing silly stuff. That has grown now. And so now actually they've pulled me out of the district and they've given me a platform. So I have social media. I run social media for the entire state police, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It's my full-time job, and I still get to speak, so I still get to go to speaking events, which is one of my favorites. I am able to get our message out, whatever that message may be, distracted driving, impaired driving, Scott's Law, anything that we're talking about, I can use my social media platform for that.
You were born into an ag background.
Yes.
And your grandfather was an IFB County president.
Correct.
So you have these Farm Bureau roots, which is something we love here. Tell us a little bit about how you've incorporated ag into some of your social posts.
Sure. Farm safety is one of my biggest platforms, or one of my biggest messages, I guess. Obviously, I'm right there on the family farm, and so I'm able to use that information, farm safety, slow-moving vehicles, how to drive around a tractor, sharing the road, and share that message. And now, hopefully, people will understand the why we want them to drive safe around farm equipment.
More with Katie and Trooper Tracy on the Town and Country Partners program later today on the network. We want to remind you, Sloan Express is America's ag parts supplier. Get free shipping on any order over $195 right to your front door online at sloanex.com. Let's break for markets and
with the RFD Ag Market Summary for this Thursday morning, I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly lower, beans lower, and wheat ending Wednesday slightly higher. May corn closing at $3.58 1/4, down 3/4. July corn down 3/4, $3.67. September corn $3.75, down a penny. May beans closing at $8.79, down 9. July beans down 9 1/4, $8.92 1/2, and August beans $8.98 1/2, down 9. May wheat closing at $4.47, up 2 pennies. July wheat up 1 3/4, $4.50 1/4, and September wheat $4.57, up 1/2. May bean meal $3.03.90, down $2.60. May bean oil $28.46, down 26 cents. And current electronic overnight trading, May corn unchanged. July corn unchanged, and September corn down 1/4, $3.74 3/4. May beans in the overnight up 1 1/4. July beans up 1 1/2. August beans up 1 1/2, $9 even. May wheat in the overnight down 1 1/2. July wheat down 1 1/4, and September wheat down 1 1/4, $4.55 3/4. In the outside markets, June Brent crude oil down a dime, $71.62. The June gold contract $12.7840. That's up 160. In the livestock market from Wednesday, May lean hogs $88.92, down a nickel. June lean hogs down $1.9612. April live cattle $126.92, down 22 cents. June live cattle down 7 cents, $122.37. April feeders $145.32, down 35 cents. May feeder cattle down 60 cents, $150.60. Cash livestock at Greenville Livestock Auction this week. Steers $136 the top. Illinois direct barrels and gilts trading firm on Wednesday at 48 to 56. That's the RFD Ag Market Summary for this Thursday morning. I'm Jim Taylor for the RFD Radio Network.
Good morning. This is Dan Hicks from Freeze Notice Weather with the early morning ag weather update on the RFD Radio Network for this Thursday morning. Highs in the 60s and 70s were common across much of the Midwest on Wednesday, with a few cooler readings in the north and a few warmer readings in the south. The latest weather system spread some rain and thunderstorms eastward into Illinois overnight last night, and this system will produce some rain and thunderstorms over the state today into tonight. The eastward movement of this system will be slowing somewhat over the next 24 hours, and some showers could linger, especially in east central and southeast Illinois, even into the day Friday. Some additional 1/4 to 1 inch rainfall amounts are likely across much of the state into the morning hours on Friday, with a few heavier in the south and east and a few lighter in the far northwest. Cooler temperatures will be spreading southeastward across the region through the day Friday, with highs dropping into the 50s and 60s in most areas. Dry weather will return to the region at the end of this week into the Easter weekend. Temperatures will recover fairly quickly across the area, with highs by Sunday back in the upper 60s and 70s across much of the area. Once again, no long dry spells are seen here in Illinois or bordering areas. Some shower chances will make a return to the western Midwest on Sunday, and it looks like some rain chances will then occur over the central and eastern parts of the Midwest as we move through the middle and latter part of next week. 6 to 10 day rainfall amounts will likely average near to above normal over a fairly large portion of the Midwest. Milder temperatures will continue across the region early next week, but a changeable temperature pattern is forecast over the area next week into the 6 to 10 day time frame. Overall, those 6 to 10 day temperatures will likely average near to a few degrees above normal across Illinois. Looking ahead into the 11 to 15 day time frame, right now it does look like precipitation across most of the Midwest will average close to normal. I'm Dan Hicks from Freeze Notice Weather.
Hello, I'm Trooper Teal at the Illinois State Police. Since January 1st, 15 Illinois State Police officers have been hit as a result of failure to reduce speed and move over into the other lane. 2 of those officers sadly lost their lives. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Be part of the solution. Put your phone down, focus on your drive, pay attention to the road, move over, slow down, just drive.
A message from the Illinois Farm Bureau and the Illinois State Police.
Warmer weather means a longer honey-do list. Your County Farm Bureau can help you stay on top of your project list and save you money along the way. A Farm Bureau membership offer includes discounts on equipment and supplies from Grainger, plus free shipping on all standard Grainger products. Browse thousands of items from landscaping equipment to power tools. Anything you need to get the job done, Grainger has it. Not a Farm Bureau member? Call us at 309-557-2689. Or visit Illinois Farm Bureau online and join today.
All ag.
All Illinois.
All now.
There are a lot of smartphone apps out there, but do they have what's important to us here in Illinois? The Farm Week Now app does, and it's always at your fingertips. All ag, all Illinois, and 24/7 where and when you need it for free. Go to your app or Play Store on your smartphone, hit search, type in Farm Week Now, that's one word, and download it today. Brought to you by Illinois Farm Bureau, where we're all about farm, family, and food.
Farm Week and Partners Magazine editor Chris Anderson connects rural routes for you. Chris shares her 4 decades of riding expertise by making sure each edition delivers the best information. Here's a bit about her rural roots.
I was raised on a farm in Champaign County growing corn, soybeans, popcorn, pumpkins, and poultry. My top priority is to inform, educate, and even entertain Farm Bureau members.
Be it routes or roots, RFD Radio, FarmWeekNow.com, and Farm Week keep you connected.
That's all the time we have for RFD Illinois. Thanks for being with us.
Let us salute a town.
Well, you know what? There's a place in southern Illinois in Gallatin County called Junction. There's Junction City. I think there are several Junction cities.
So what's
think
of Conjunction Junction
or... What's your function? This is
Petticoat Junction.
Oh, right. Very nice. This is just Junction. Population 129. We say hello.
Hello.
Sponsored by Country. Your farm is your family's legacy, part of your hometown heritage. While you work sun up to sundown to get the job done, we're here protecting the things you love every step of the way. Country Financial at countrycrop.com.
For Jim Taylor, I'm Rita Frazier.
I'm DeLoss Yankee. Have a great day.